All right, here we are again out on the trail with my old buddy Buddha and Luke, a new person for us. But I wanted to ask Buddha, if you have some fair weather hikers, you know, that they all want to go hiking until they check the weather, and when they find out it's going to rain, what do?
They back out.
They back out.
Last second, they back out.
So you and I get together more often because of that, right?
Oh yeah, it's better to hike during the rain.
Well, I don't know if I had my others, I wouldn't hike in the rain. But
we did it last time, though.
Yeah, we did. I did it not long ago. But what it is being prepared. And what I'm gonna do, when I get to the campsite today, come on in a little closer again. When we get to the campsite today, I want to go over what it took me at least 10 years to learn about hiking in the rain. But I will tell you this: if you're gonna hike in the rain, you're gonna get wet.
Oh yeah.
All right. I know I told you I'd do the rain gear video when I got to the campsite, but I did something last week and I need to finalize it. I brought a can of soup last week and got a lot of comments, and then Ron Pelton did a short, and he had a lot of comments too. But you know, this week I brought this Progresso, right? It's got 24 grams of protein and 1,440 milligrams of sodium. And if that ain't enough, I've got a pack of saltine crackers. It could add to it if you want more sodium. But anyway, the deal was what to do with this can. Now, I crush it up and haul it out tomorrow. But you, in some of the comments, you can put it in a freezer bag and not even bring the can. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. So I'm finished with that. Now, back to the rain gear. Today I was thinking about all the gear that I went through, and they weared out, every one of them. I had the Patagonia Helium, I've had Monmouth, I've had Frog Togs, 2 or 3 other brands. I had Light Heart Gear, a rain jacket, and I had others. I just can't think of them. But to tell you the truth, they all weared out. So if you hike in the rain, you're going to get wet. But that never deterred me. I always went out, even if it was raining. And if you didn't get wet from the rain, the jacket's supposed to be breathable, but listen, your clothes are soaking wet from sweat. But one time up in the Smoky Mountains, I got caught in a downpour. I don't mean a rain. It was open. It was the downpour. It hurt when the rain hit you. Fortunately, at that time, this is when I first started this adventure of backpacking and hiking, I happened to have had an Army poncho. I actually brought it to use it as a tarp, a one-person tarp. But I was so glad I had it, because I put that on, and man, that saved the day. It really did. I was impressed with what a poncho would do, except it would get a little hot, and I'd have to fluff it out to get rid of some of the heat. But it did keep that hard rain off of me. The pitiful part was when I finally got to the trailhead to get in the car. When I took that second I took that poncho off, which is soaking wet, and by the time I got in the car, I was soaking wet. So, and then I had to throw the wet poncho in the back seat of the car. So anyway, that's not always a perfect scenario, but I did find out about a poncho, how effective it could be in the rain. Now, I bought a Z-Pax tent a while back, a few years ago, and at the time I thought I needed to buy a ground sheet. Years ago, I used to buy the Big Agnes tents with a ground sheet. I don't know why the ground sheets were so much. I never successfully used one. I'd use a ground sheet. It ran, it would fill up with water, and then it would seep in and wet out the bottom of my tent. I didn't like that, and I always blamed it on the ground sheet. So anyway, when I got these Longchamp tents, I quit using ground sheets for years. In fact, I don't use ground sheets now at all. But when I bought the Z-Pax tent, I paid a lot of money for it, and I felt like maybe I ought to protect the bathtub floor. So I did buy the ground sheet. But when I got the tent and took a look at it, and the bathtub floor was Dyneema, it was thick, and I didn't see no issue. So, and rather, I sent back the ground sheet with a credit. So what I did, they were advertising this here, which is a poncho, a Dyneema poncho at Z-Pax. You won't like the price of it. I didn't like it. But I already had $100 in it. So what and this one, I'm not going to put it on. Just trust me, it is a poncho, Dyneema poncho, and it will do the job for you. But what happened was this is sold as a 3-in-1. You can use it as a ground sheet. You can use it as a backpack cover. Of course, my Z-Packs is waterproof, but I use a Nylaflom in it anyway. But anyway, smoke's coming in. But anyway, so I already had $100 towards this. So I ended up getting this Dyneema poncho, and really, it does the job. That's all I can say. The only problem is when you go to get in your tent, and it's the same issue as getting in the car. You're gonna get wet getting in your tent, and then the other thing is getting out of the tent. If you got to get out to pee. I don't do that anymore because I carry a Nalgene canteen. But if you do, this don't work for getting in and out of a tent. It just the water runs off. It just runs off. But out of all the things I've learned, you're gonna get wet. Just deal with it. And the poncho works for me. It's the best. That actually, if you're going to get it out of your tent, you're gonna have to carry a jacket, a rain jacket, and this. But that's all I have for you now. Now you guys are still with me. I'm gonna put up on this side. I'm gonna put up a thumbnail of bloopers I did a few years ago. At least you can get a laugh or a smile watching the blooper. And then on this side, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for me. I only need about 37 more subscribers to reach my 5,000 goal of having 5,000 subscribers. So check out the bloopers, get a laugh, and if you haven't, go ahead and hit this side and go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, and see you later.